You're pursuing success, yet often feel like there's a gap. It's not the approach or the timing, it's about not knowing yourself well enough to make that breakthrough. Many individuals remain stagnant their entire lives, not due to a lack of effort, but rather because they haven't posed the right questions to themselves. Engage in self-talk. For just 3 days, ask yourself aloud what you truly desire, why you hold yourself back, and what fears you have. The reality is that without self-awareness, nothing will transform. You'll remain in the same position, seeking the same goals, filled with confusion and frustration. Shortly, you'll discover a concept that will transform how you converse with yourself, not filled with doubt or uncertainty, but with confidence and clarity. The impact of positive self-talk. From the moment you wake each day, remember that you are not alone. A powerful companion exists within you, your inner voice. Though frequently ignored, this voice plays a crucial role in shaping your future. Over the next 3 days, I challenge you to consciously develop it. Speak to yourself with kindness, bravery, and unwavering faith. By doing so, you'll begin to unveil one of the most valuable secrets of success. Understand that your mind is a resilient garden and a treacherous battlefield. The thoughts you nurture take root, leading to habits that define your existence. If your inner voice sows seeds of doubt, fear, and inadequacy, your life will reflect those feelings. Conversely, if that voice instills confidence, motivation, and purpose within you, your world will respond accordingly. Picture your inner voice as a wise and trusted guide, one who recognizes not only who you are, but who you could potentially become. This mentor does not dwell on your struggles or criticize your errors. Rather, it uplifts you and assures you that you have weathered storms before and you can overcome this too. It reminds you that you possess power, vision, and purpose. Now go forth and embody it. In my research on the most successful individuals throughout history, share a significant commonality. They have effectively managed their internal dialogue. They realized that the conversations happening within them carried far more weight than the external noise. Before anyone accomplishes a remarkable feat, it starts with belief. Before any mountain is scaled, the climber must declare, "I can." This kind of belief isn't arrogance. It reflects a steadfast trust in one's own abilities. Each morning, stand in front of your mirror and assert, "I am capable, I am worthy, I am unstoppable." Do not whisper these affirmations. Instead, proclaim them with the certainty of truth, for they are indeed true. When self-doubt creeps in, and it will, do not allow it to take root. Confront it with determination. Say, "I recognize you, but I do not submit to you. I am guided by my strength, not by fear." There exists a fundamental law in our world, the law of belief. What you repeatedly tell yourself, you begin to accept, and what you accept, you ultimately become. Consequently, your internal dialogue is not just idle chatter, it serves as the architectural plans for your future. For the next 3 days, cherish your inner voice and treat it as your greatest ally. When you stumble, let it remind you of the lessons learned rather than highlighting failures. In times of success, let it gently suggest, "This is just the start." Energize your aspirations, instill courage in your spirit, and create clarity in your daily pursuits. You will discover that the world responds not to who you are, but to who you perceive yourself to be. When that perception is grounded in truth and reinforced through repetition, no opportunity will remain beyond your reach. Your inner voice is the initial catalyst for every success, every breakthrough, and every transformation. Choose that voice with care, nurture it consistently, and watch as your life begins to reflect the greatness that has long resided within you. Clarify your vision. Your dreams are not fleeting fantasies. They are not mere distractions of the mind or empty ambitions lost in the air. Instead, they serve as the compass guiding your spirit, directing you towards your true purpose. Embedded within them is the blueprint of your destined path, revealing who you are meant to be. Legacy you are meant to create in the coming 3 days. Take a break from everyday distractions and focus inward. This is a crucial endeavor aimed at precisely defining the vision for your future. Start by posing three straightforward yet significant questions. Where do I aim to go? What do I want to achieve? And what legacy do I wish to leave? Allow these questions to steer you. Continuously, don't just answer them once. Jot down your responses, refine them, and revisit them often. It's essential that your vision is unmistakable, for clarity equals power. Indistinct goals yield indistinct outcomes. Conversely, when your objectives are articulated with conviction and specificity, it feels as though the entire universe aligns to help you realize them. Grab a notebook, a blank page, or even the back of a napkin if necessary, and write fervently. Let your words flow from a place of potential and courage, not from fear or limitations. Envision your future not merely as it is, but as it has the potential to be. Describe it in detail, visualize it clearly, and feel it profoundly. Because a goal expressed with passion transforms from a mere wish into a promise to your future self. Significant achievements do not emerge from luck, they arise from deliberate choices. Henry Ford didn't establish an empire simply based on hope. He maintained a vivid image in his mind of what he wished to create, picturing the moving assembly line before it existed, picturing ordinary people manufacturing extraordinary machines. Through relentless focus and resolve, he turned that vision into reality. This principle isn't a secret meant only for a select few. It's universal. That which you consistently contemplate begins to materialize. The mind, once directed towards a specific goal, becomes a magnet for the people, resources, and opportunities necessary for its attainment. However, you must first provide direction to the mind and nurture it with clarity. Each morning, dedicate a few moments to visualize your goals as already achieved. Envision the end result, hear the accolades, and savor the sense of accomplishment. Deeply embed these images in your subconscious, for it is the subconscious that propels you into action, even when the conscious mind can be uncertain. But the more vividly and regularly you impress your vision upon it, the more naturally you will act in harmony with that vision. When doubt sets in, and it will, return to your written goals. Read them out loud and remind yourself not just of what you desire, but of the reasons behind it. Purpose is the fire that ignites vision into action. Without it, the journey stumbles, but with it, no summit is insurmountable. Take these 3 days earnestly. Treat them as the initial pages of a new chapter. The clearer your vision, the greater your attraction to it. You are not merely existing, you are creating. You are not drifting, you are constructing. The world bows to those who understand their desires. Clarity fosters confidence, and confidence generates momentum. This is how greatness begins, with a mind dedicated to a noble goal and a spirit that refuses to falter. Do not hesitate. Start now. Define your dream, articulate your vision, establish your purpose, and observe as your life begins to shift toward your aspirations. Nurture resilience. Life is a rhythmic sequence of victories and setbacks, progress and pauses, successes and challenges. It flows like the tide, sometimes elevating you with triumphs, and at other times testing your mettle against adversity. To flourish amid this ebb and flow, you must forge something stronger than mere luck or talent. You must develop resilience. Resilience is not just the ability to withstand hardship. It is the cultivated skill to rise after every fall, to glean insight from difficulties, and to move forward with unwavering purpose. In the next 3 days, commit to transforming your perspective. View each challenge not as an obstruction, but as a pathway, not as a punishment, but as preparation. When the world says no, allow it to become the fuel for your resolve. When plans unravel, see it as the universe nudging you to innovate, adapt, and grow. Every setback contains within it a hidden treasure, a lesson that cannot be learned comfortably. The most resilient individuals are those who learn to unwrap these gifts, adversity with curiosity and bravery. Take the tale of Thomas Edison as an example. History acknowledges him for the invention of the light bulb. Yet the road to that breakthrough was littered with setbacks. Thousands of unsuccessful experiments, each representing a moment to give up, to feel defeated, to resign. However, Edison's perspective was quite the opposite. When questioned about his alleged failures, he responded, "I have not failed. I've just discovered 10,000 ways that won't work." That embodies true resilience, a steadfast belief in his vision, regardless of the hurdles faced along the way. Your journey will inevitably bring hardships. No meaningful life is devoid of challenges. Nevertheless, you can train yourself to confront difficulties with strength, greeting them not with fear, but with a sense of challenge. When faced with adversity, reflect on what lessons does this experience offer? How might I develop from this, because of it, rather than despite it? Over the next 3 days, practice adopting this perspective. When faced with a setback, pause, take a deep breath, and reframe the situation. Remind yourself, this is part of my training. This is how I cultivate unshakability. Engage with your inner dialogue, not in defeat, but with determination. Utilize each challenge to enhance your emotional resilience, mental fortitude, and spiritual strength. Resilience is not a trait you're born with. It is cultivated. It grows through intentional practice. Every instance you choose to rise instead of staying down reinforces it. Each time you resist being overwhelmed by disappointment, you fortify it. Resilience acts as your shield against discouragement. Nurture it attentively. Envision yourself as a mighty oak tree. Storms may bend your boughs, yet they cannot uproot you, for your roots run deep into purpose and vision. When anchored in your mission, you become indomitable against even the strongest winds. Remember that adversity does not lessen your worth. Rather, it unveils it. Diamonds form under extreme pressure, steel is strengthened by heat, and greatness is cultivated through trials. Your capacity to maintain resilience distinguishes the merely interested from the genuinely devoted. Do not pursue a life devoid of challenges. Instead, strive for the fortitude to conquer them. Allow each hurdle to shape your character rather than confine your capabilities. The journey to success is rarely straightforward, but with resilience as your ally, every setback turns into part of the adventure. Every postponement becomes a new direction, and every misstep serves as a building block. Start today by choosing resilience. Embody it. Live it, and see how the universe responds to your unwavering spirit. Foster an unwavering self-belief. Confidence in yourself is not a luxury, but an essential asset. It is the cornerstone of all accomplishments. Without it, dreams remain unrealized and mountains remain unscaled. Belief is the spark that fuels ambition, the root from which all greatness springs. Over the next 3 days, dedicate yourself to cultivating this belief within you, not as a momentary feeling, but as a solid, unwavering conviction. Envision yourself as a tree, deeply anchored in rich soil. Storms may rage around you and winds may howl, yet your core remains steadfast. Your confidence, like those roots, grounds you and keeps you standing tall even when the skies are overcast. This is the essence of the belief you must nurture, quiet, steady, and enduring, not loud and boastful. Every person who has achieved anything of lasting value has done so not in the absence of doubt, but in spite of it. The distinction between the ordinary and the extraordinary lies in the resolve to move forward even when uncertainty whispers. The Wright brothers encountered mockery and repeated failures, yet they remained steadfast in their belief in flight when others saw only gravity. Eleanor Roosevelt carried herself with quiet strength amidst severe criticism and relentless scrutiny. These individuals didn't wait for permission to believe. They made the declaration, "You must do the same." Begin each morning with an affirmation. I am more powerful and capable than I realize, and my potential knows no bounds. Don't say it timidly. Express it as the truth it is. Within you lie talents yet to be uncovered and strengths waiting to be recognized, not yet explored, and capabilities that greatly surpass your existing vision. A mind filled with uncertainty will default to limitations unless it is retrained. This is now your mission, to rewire your thought patterns, replacing the phrase "I can't" with "I will." Guard the entrance to your thoughts. Do not allow past fears, previous failures, or the judgments of others to diminish your inner authority. Belief is more than just positive thinking. It involves aligning your inner dialogue with your highest potential. It requires speaking to yourself with the same assurance you would extend to someone you truly care about. It's about reminding yourself that you were not put on this earth to diminish but to shine. Over the next 3 days, create rituals centered around your belief. Write out your affirmations, speak them aloud, and visualize moments of victory. Not just vague notions of success, but specific, clear achievements. Imagine yourself delivering that speech, leading that project, achieving that dream. Feel it deeply. Let it resonate in your bones. Anchor it in your heart. When challenges arise, and they will, view them as reminders of your strength, not tests of your worth. You are not defined by hardships. You are refined by them. Each obstacle presents an opportunity to reaffirm your belief, to declare, "Even this cannot hinder me." Carry yourself with purpose, navigate with intention, engage others' gaze, and speak with the calm assurance of someone who is clear about their direction. This is how belief materializes, through consistent action, through embodying confidence. Belief is infectious. When you trust in yourself, others are attracted to your energy. Opportunities come your way, allies rally to support you, and momentum gathers around you. The universe does not reward uncertainty, it responds to conviction. As you advance with steadfast belief, doors swing open, paths reveal themselves, and the unattainable begins to seem inevitable. Start today. Nurture your belief, safeguard it, nurture it, and understand this. You are capable of far more than you have dared to envision. Your future is not a mere question mark. It is a declaration, waiting to be made. Declare it now, and allow belief to be the driving force that propels you forward. Chase your passion with unwavering dedication. It is the quiet current that guides ordinary people to extraordinary lives. This inner flame cannot be snuffed out by circumstances, fatigue, or doubt. When it shines brightly, it transforms into a wellspring of energy, creativity, and perseverance. Over the next 3 days, focus your attention inward. Dedicate this precious time to identifying or reigniting the passions that make you feel most alive. Ask yourself what ignites your spirit, what activity makes time seem to vanish, and what pursuit sparks that twinkle in your eye and gives purpose to your steps. These inquiries are far from trivial. They serve as signposts directing you toward your true vocation. A person who moves with passion does so with power, not the forced or artificial kind, but a magnetic essence that attracts people and possibilities. Passion is what sets one apart. It's the driving force that motivates someone to go beyond the ordinary, to work not just harder, but with greater joy. It marks the distinction between mere survival and truly inspired living. Michelangelo didn't pour countless days and nights into painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel out of duty. He was fueled by a profound love for art and a vision so intense that the need for rest took a backseat to creation. This is the essence of passion. It drives, uplifts, and sustains. Never underestimate the impact of fully immersing yourself in what you love. The world around you begins to transform. Your energy shifts, your voice carries more conviction, and your actions take on purpose. People start to notice and opportunities arise. This isn't mere coincidence. It's the natural law of enthusiasm. Passion leads to excellence, and excellence attracts success. If you have yet to uncover your passion, don't lose hope. Discovery is part of the journey. Experiment with new experiences, reflect on past joys, and revisit childhood curiosities. Passion often leaves clues in moments of deep engagement and emotion. Of enthusiasm, your spontaneous bursts of creativity follow these paths, guiding you back to your essence. For the next 3 days, allocate time to partake in activities that elevate your spirit. This could involve writing, designing, mentoring, teaching, building, problem-solving, or exploring nature. Whatever fuels your inner flame, do it not with an eye on results, but for the pure joy it brings. Passion, once expressed, expands. It cannot lie dormant when given air and space. Discuss your passions openly and share them. Enthusiasm is infectious. When you communicate from a place of love and excitement, you radiate energy that attracts collaborators, mentors, and supporters. What once felt challenging now unfolds with unexpected ease. Allow passion to inform your choices. When confronted with decisions, consider which avenue makes you feel most alive. Success devoid of joy is empty, but when it is grounded in passion, it transforms into something sustainable, meaningful, and fulfilling. Remember, passion is not a fleeting spark. It is a steady flame that may not always roar, but it consistently provides warmth. Care for it as you would a sacred fire. Shield it from the winds of doubt and the waters of routine. Nourish it daily with attention, intention, and action. You did not come into this world to navigate through life mechanically, merely ticking boxes or meeting expectations. You are here to create, contribute, feel deeply, and pursue what ignites your soul. This is not mere indulgence. It is your responsibility. The world needs more individuals who are alive with purpose. Start today. Explore what excites you, commit to it, express it, and trust that in doing so you align yourself with the extraordinary life that passion promises. Take bold action. Dreams, no matter how grand or inspiring, remain idle wishes until acted upon. Vision without action resembles a ship adrift without a sail, lacking direction. To achieve anything meaningful, you must translate intention into action. Over the next 3 days, challenge yourself to make immediate, decisive strides toward your goals. Tomorrow is not next week. It's about taking action now. Action serves as the link between what we envision and what we can actualize. It turns potential into tangible progress. Here's a potent truth. Even imperfect actions hold far greater value than waiting for perfect scenarios. Holding out for the ideal moment, an impeccable plan, or total certainty only stalls your destiny. Begin from where you are, utilize what you possess, and proceed with what you can do. History recalls those who took initiative. Walt Disney didn't commence with vast studios or hordes of animators. He started with basic sketches and an unwavering faith in a mouse. His initial endeavors were simple and his situation was modest, yet he took steps forward. He created, he dared to engage, while others were merely lost in dreams. That first small action evolved into a monumental leap, leading to an empire steeped in creativity. Let him serve as your inspiration. Initiate small actions, but ensure you start. Each small step generates momentum, a crucial element that transforms possibilities into realities. Each action builds upon the previous one, creating a cumulative effect that amplifies over time. You don't need to make massive jumps, just commit to steady progression. For the upcoming 3 days, set a clear goal each day and take one step towards your dream. Make that call, draft that document, research that concept, sketch out the outline, send that email, begin the process. No matter how minor the action, it conveys to your subconscious that you are dedicated. This signals the world that you are in motion. Do not wait for the feeling of readiness. Confidence frequently emerges from taking action rather than being a prerequisite for it. The more you move, the more assured you will become. The path becomes clearer through action, not in waiting. Remember, mistakes are not foes. They are your educators. Every misstep teaches a lesson, and each lesson enhances your strategy. Commit to being a doer rather than a mere thinker. Ideas are plentiful, but execution is scarce. The individuals who thrive are those who take bold, consistent actions. They might not be the most talented or connected, but they are the most dedicated to movement. Each evening, take a moment to reflect on your achievements and ask yourself what you have learned. Action did I take today that brought me closer to my objective? Allow this to evolve into a routine, a practice of self-accountability. When you monitor your actions, you reinforce them. Reinforcement leads to repetition, and repetition generates outcomes. Action sparks clarity. The more you engage, the more insights you gain, and with greater knowledge comes a more precise focus. You may adjust your course or refine your methods, yet you will consistently progress. That forward movement is paramount. Activity distinguishes the wishful thinkers from those who are resolute. Comprehend this. Every remarkable success narrative originated from a choice, a decision to take action. Behind every breakthrough, every innovation, every monumental achievement stands someone who decided to take that first step. They didn't seek permission or wait for validation. They simply began. Now it's your moment. Over the next 3 days, let action be your mantra. Avoid overthinking and unnecessary planning. Take one intentional step at a time. As your momentum increases, so will your confidence, clarity, and outcomes. And start today. Take that initial step and let it lead to another. Before long, you'll reflect and realize that the life you once dreamed of is now your reality. Foster a habit of lifelong learning. It is your strongest ally on the journey to greatness. Learning is the unseen force that reinforces your mind, sharpens your decision-making, and expands your vision. I encourage you for the next 3 days to make a conscious commitment to immerse yourself in the quest for knowledge. Read thoroughly, listen closely, and observe diligently. Gain knowledge not only from literature, but also from people, experiences, and life itself. True success is never born from stasis. It flourishes only when growth is encouraged, and growth requires learning. Those who rise above mediocrity are not those who claim to know it all, but those who possess the humility to recognize that their learning journey is never complete. They grasp that education is not confined to a classroom. It begins with the desire to improve. Consider Abraham Lincoln, a man of humble beginnings and limited resources, schooling and limited resources, yet he had an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. He taught himself by the faint glow of firelight, poring over borrowed books and legal documents. He didn't wait for someone to give him permission or for the perfect circumstances to arise. He learned because he recognized that his growth was his own responsibility. That conviction shaped his future and transformed a rural boy into one of the most distinguished leaders in history. This same concept applies to you. Regardless of your present situation, you possess the ability to broaden your intellect and enhance your life. The more knowledge you acquire, the more valuable you become to your family, your community, your workplace, and most crucially, to yourself. As your knowledge grows, so does your capacity to make sound decisions, tackle intricate challenges, and inspire those around you. Over the next 3 days, treat learning as sacred. Select one topic that captivates you and immerse yourself in it with intention. Read a chapter daily from a significant book, listen to a lecture or podcast from someone you respect, and reflect on the lessons you've gleaned from your own experiences. Both achievements and setbacks are valuable teaching tools if you take the time to reflect on them. Just like a muscle, the mind strengthens through usage. If neglected, it shrinks. However, when nourished with fresh ideas, new skills, and different perspectives, it grows and empowers every facet of your existence. This is why the most successful people never become complacent. They maintain a student mindset regardless of their status or accomplishments. They understand that mastery is an ongoing journey, not a finite goal. Be cautious not to conflate mere activity with genuine learning. True learning isn't about passively absorbing information, it's about actively engaging with it. This entails questioning, reflecting, and employing what you learn. The true worth of knowledge lies not in simply acquiring it, but in applying it. Every time you open a book, pose a question, and seek understanding, you are laying another brick in the foundation of your future. Learning is not something you engage in not just to advance, but to truly feel more alive. It ignites your creativity and fortifies your confidence. It equips you to tackle challenges with clarity and bravery. Always keep in mind that the world is in a constant state of evolution. To stay relevant, you too must adapt. The instant you cease to learn is the instant growth halts. When you embrace learning as a lifelong ally, you embark on a journey of perpetual advancement. So why not start today? Open your mind, nurture it daily, and foster a habit of pursuing wisdom. Recognize that as you increase your knowledge, your value elevates. You gain not only information, but also profound insights, not just skills, but resilience. With that resilience, you will confidently advance towards your highest potential. Adapting to change is essential. It is not merely a beneficial quality, but the cornerstone of enduring success. Those who transcend their circumstances, navigate uncertainty, and achieve greatness are the individuals who have mastered the art of not resisting change, but welcoming it. Over the next 3 days, make a deliberate choice to see change as your ally rather than your foe. Every transformation, every disturbance, and every new challenge hides an opportunity ready for you to grasp. Understand that change is not a danger, it is a signal calling you to grow, to evolve, and to strive for new heights. The individual who fears change has already set limitations on themselves, while the one who approaches it with curiosity and courage becomes unstoppable. Change doesn't mark the end of stability, it's the starting point of transformation. Consider a skilled sailor. He doesn't blame the wind when it alters. Instead, he adjusts his sails. He cannot control the ocean, but he can manage how he responds, and that makes all the difference. Your life will undoubtedly encounter shifting winds, but if you are open to adjusting your mindset, strategy, and viewpoint, no storm will keep you from your journey. Your support and encourage open dialogue with those around you. Nurture these connections by actively listening, sharing your insights, and being present in their journeys. Pay attention to how these interactions can lead to shared opportunities for advancement, rather than viewing them solely through the lens of competition. Collaboration fosters a richer environment where creativity can flourish. Remember that the collective intelligence of a group often surpasses that of any single individual. In the world of successful endeavors, alliances are key. They not only enhance your capabilities, but also open up pathways that you might not have considered. At the heart of true collaboration lies a spirit of mutual respect and understanding as you engage with others. You fortify your network and build a robust foundation for your future aspirations. Over the next few days, make a conscious effort to invest in these relationships, recognizing that each connection holds the potential to amplify your growth and success. A habit, you develop resilience when you accept change as a fundamental part of your journey. By doing so, you unleash levels of creativity, strength, and success that most individuals never attain. You transform, and through that transformation, you become undeniably unstoppable. Change should not be viewed as an adversary. It serves as your invitation to evolve. Embrace it, collaborate with it, and observe how it guides you to extraordinary avenues you never thought possible. Foster strong relationships, as history's most accomplished figures have recognized an essential truth. No significant success is achieved in isolation. Behind every towering success lies a foundation built on strong relationships. For the next 3 days, I challenge you to intentionally and meaningfully nurture connections, not just for selfish reasons, but for shared growth and upliftment. It's vital to realize that individuals are not hindrances in your journey. They are bridges to greater possibilities. A mind that isolates itself, believing it can succeed without collaboration, ultimately limits its potential. Conversely, those who view others as collaborators, partners, and co-creators dramatically increase their influence. Consider Andrew Carnegie, one of the wealthiest individuals of his time, who attributed his success to the strength of a mastermind group, a coalition of trusted people whose collective insights, efforts, and ideas propelled him forward. Or think about Jay Morgan, who excelled in forming alliances, building his empire through solid partnerships and strategic relationships. These men recognized that surrounding oneself with the right individuals is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Harmonious relationships are not random. They are cultivated intentionally day by day through trust, value, and genuine appreciation. Reflect on who in your life encourages your growth, who challenges and supports you, and who believes in your potential. Just as crucial is to consider whom you, in turn, support. Over the next 3 days, strive to strengthen the connections that are significant to you. Reach out to someone you admire, express your gratitude, and offer your support. Encouragement, share valuable resources or insights that could uplift someone else. When you give without expecting anything in return, you sow the seeds of enduring alliances. Never underestimate the straightforward power of attentive listening. When you engage with true interest, you foster trust. By supporting others in their endeavors, you ignite a connection rooted in mutual respect. Relationships flourish not through domination, but through collaboration and a shared vision. When you surround yourself with people who share your purpose and values, you establish a support network that not only helps you in tough times, but also accelerates your progress during opportunities. This is more than just a network. It serves as a multiplier of success. Every significant vision gains traction when others believe in it, contribute to it, and aid in bringing it to fruition. Keep in mind that the caliber of your relationships often dictates the caliber of your outcomes. Choose associates wisely, nurture relationships intentionally, and always act with integrity. Begin today. Be the individual others want to partner with. Offer more than you seek. Celebrate the achievements of others as if they were your own, and witness how the harmony you foster becomes a potent force that uplifts not only your own life, but the lives of those around you. Your mindset is the master key that unlocks every door. Utilize these 3 days to consciously cultivate a positive, solution-focused attitude. Recognize that a positive mindset is more than mere optimism. It's a formidable strategy for overcoming challenges and spotting opportunities often hidden in adversity. Reflect on successful figures from history, such as Helen Keller, who surmounted unimaginable obstacles by concentrating on possibilities instead of limitations. Each morning, affirm that today is full of incredible potential. Keep your thoughts aligned with your goals, your vision clear, and your heart open to abundance. Your attitude dictates your altitude. Elevate it intentionally. This is your moment. Commit to these actions. Start today by speaking to yourself with purpose, passion, and intensity. Your journey toward personal greatness commences with the profound yet simple decision to have faith in yourself.